Welcome back to the Dorian Fitness Podcast, where we discuss fitness, health, my fitness journey, and much more. If you decided on listening to this podcast instead of listening to the first podcast, let's do a little recap. I went from 170 pounds to 255 pounds, which I am down 20 pounds starting this challenge. My challenge is to go from 232 pounds down to 180 this year. I also want to document this. So this is to encourage everyone else decide to start today and make it day one and not one day that you'll become healthy. So if this interests you, keep on listening and follow my podcast. This episode's topics are the weigh-in, pictures, the lifts of this week, lessons, how to meditate, how to stretch, how to do breathing meditation, and how to do a walking meditation. I'm your host, Dorian, and I'm excited to talk about fitness, health, and my fitness journey. This is episode 2, so let's start it right by you following my podcast. And 2 quotes that I'm using this week is one day or day one. You decide. For example, this podcast is me saying day one, I'm going to be healthier versus one day I will become healthy, that type of thing. This podcast is week 1 of my fitness journey. Every opportunity begins with a decision to do it. Ignorance destroys so many opportunities that come to our lives every day. My primary goal right now is to weigh 220 pounds by February 15th. My year-end goal is to weigh 180 pounds. Let's get into it. First, my plan is to lift 4 times a week, which is lifting upper body and lower body twice a week. Drink more water, which I drink quite a bit of water during work and other things. I kind of drank quite a bit of caffeine drinks, which I'm also lowering that a bit. Eating less fried food, which I still ate quite a bit of fried chicken during work, during my lunch breaks. My support system is my fiance and you, the listeners, and my audience supporting me and keep encouraging me to ask when's the next update. Making friends. I actually were talking to my coworkers quite a bit this week, and I am planning on doing a chicken coop thanks to one of my friends. My online business, I purchased DorianFitness.com, so you can go check out that website. My reading goal of reading 10 pages a day. I honestly haven't been reading books. However, I did buy 2 audiobooks and been listening to one of them. The book is called 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson. My writing goal of writing 2 pages a day, I have achieved it by creating my website, but it keeps on going. My last 2 goals is to play pickleball once a week and to play or practice tennis once a week. I decided on putting that as like every Tuesday because that will allow me to update you guys on it before I start recording for the podcast. And also give me like a solid day for that. That's usually my day off. Those are my goals. Keep on commenting, keep on supporting me, asking me questions. Now, how I do the weigh-in is I do it first thing in the morning after going to the bathroom, before eating or drinking anything. The weigh-in is that I weigh 232.8 pounds. I lost 1.2 pounds. Today's date is January 3rd, 2024. And like last podcast, I post the pictures on both X, formerly known Twitter, and my Instagram. Follow me there and look at the pictures there. Now, comparing the pictures from last week to today, I feel like I look the same, but I'm looking for suggestions on what poses I should do for my weigh-in pictures, that type of thing, and which pictures will look best for it. I'm not flexing with them except for like the one arm bicep pose type thing. I'm trying to be relaxed. I'm not trying to manipulate my body to look smaller or bigger, and that's how I do my pictures. And then for my lifts for this week, my chest press is now at 145 pounds. And I haven't really done a chest press in about 4 years almost. And definitely not consistently. And the reason for that is my right elbow actually has some pain from like tennis and racquetball and other sports. So my tricep is always inflamed when I do chest presses and then also shoulder presses. I was thrilled to be able to do even doing the free weight bar, just the weight of the bar alone overhead, I was thrilled to do. But on the shoulder press machine, I was able to do 135 pounds. I was very happy with that. I was able to do the delt fly machine 85 pounds, which I keep on playing with it from doing lower weight to higher weight. Because when I do higher weight, I feel like I'm just stressing my joints instead of working out the muscles versus doing lower weight and really feeling in my muscles. And I also had enough energy after work to do some more cardio. Like I did 4 miles on the bike one day. Another day I did about 30 more minutes of cardio. So I was feeling like I had more energy. And moving on to my lower body, I did the leg press machine, which I did 210 pounds. And I even did 210 pounds with my calves too. I did notice a imbalance in my inner and outer hip muscles, that my inner hips are weaker than my outer hips. It was most evident with the hip machine that my outer hips I could max at 170 pounds and my inner hips could only do 100 pounds max. And overall, I'm happy to feel better after my workouts. I do core and my rehab exercises at the end of my workouts, but I'm thinking of trying to do them first thing this week to see how that affects my workouts, affects my ability to do my workouts. It is very stressful to do core exercises and my rehab exercises as well. Feel free to give me some suggestions as well. Moving on to our first lesson, which is how to meditate. And there's many different types of meditation, from mindful meditation, guided meditation, and mantra meditation. Mindfulness meditation is you're doing your own self-practice of focusing on your breathing and staying in the present. Guided meditation is this, which is you're listening to someone else's voice guide you through a meditation and you're just focusing on their voice and you're focusing on your breath at the same time and you're trying to eliminate as many thoughts as possible, so you're only focusing on the person's voice. You can also use another meditation which is called the concentration meditation, which some people will see visions or other stuff. For example, my uncle actually lit a candle and looked into the candle while breathing and meditating, and he saw he was out of body experience. That freaked him out and he never did a meditation ever again, according to my father. Or mantra meditation is you're focusing on only saying one word and you're doing your breathing as well, staying in the present moment, and that allows you to stay focused. And you're just doing most popular, like from yoga, is Om and Om. Notice a little difference in vibration, but let's get into how to meditate. First, you want to find a quiet place. Ideally, you're not driving or doing anything that takes focus and concentration to do. Then you choose a comfortable posture, whether it's sitting down, laying down, standing, for example, because we can do walking meditation too. And you're focusing on your breathing. And you can focus on, am I breathing shallow, only upper body? Am I trying to focus on doing deep breathing? Or am I doing diaphragm breathing, which is you're breathing in to the point that you expand your belly, and you can also expand your back with your breathing. So there's many different things you can play with breathing as well. And like I already said, you're being in the present moment. And with being in the present moment, you're focusing on trying to rid yourself of thinking. So you're only focusing on breathing and being in the present moment, focusing on your breathing. And that's why you want a quiet place and comfortable posture, and you're focusing on your breathing. Ideally, you want to set a timer, because when you start meditating, you might fall asleep. So set a timer for, let's say, 3 minutes, and you're just going to breathe in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. The picture that I like to picture is you're breathing in through your nose, smelling flowers, and you're breathing out through your mouth like you're blowing out some birthday candles. And that's the breathing. You're just focusing on breathing. And then you want to be patient with this. At first, you almost feel like it's waste time, but you'll get gradual progress and you will find yourself being more aware of your breathing and being aware of if you're present or if you're thinking of the future or the past. And it'll allow you to have that awareness and it will help clear your mind. And number one benefit of meditating is it helps clear a busy mind. Now I'm going to start doing a meditation that's going to be about 3 minutes long. You can either fast forward 3 minutes or join me. Find a comfortable place and do not drive while doing this meditation with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 If you like meditating, follow my podcast and follow my social media for more just like this. I'll be creating more just like this and products like this. But for now, I'm giving them away for free because I believe that everyone can benefit from meditation. And as you're becoming more aware of your environment, that was a 3 minute meditation. And go to my podcast and you can look up lesson how to do meditation or something like that. I haven't decided on what to call it just yet. And I'll just have this meditation there for you to watch instead of listening to the entire podcast to go through this meditation. Moving on to the next lesson, which is how to stretch. Ideally, watch my videos or go to my podcast to get the visuals. Stretching your muscles involve intentionally lengthening and elongating them to improve flexibility, range of motion, improve overall muscle health. Regular stretching can have significant benefits, including enhance athletic performance, reduce risk of injury, improve posture, and relief from muscle tension. Here are some key aspects of stretching your muscles. First one is warming up. If you're someone who was a fan of the 80s, some people would use stretching to warm up the body, but now we know that you need to actually do cardiovascular activity to really help with stretching more. So, i.e., you can do jogging in place, jumping jacks, or anything that can increase your heart rate and prepare your muscles for stretching. Focus on major muscle groups such as your neck, your shoulders, chest, back, hips, legs. Stretching these areas can improve overall flexibility and again reduce muscle tension. And then there's different strategies, different methods to stretching the body. Many people believe in the hold each stretch for about 15 to 30 seconds. If you look at some stretching equipment at any gym, they'll say up to a minute, but it's really up to you. And it's also, you can focus on the meditation, breathing to help with stretching. Again, you can do 15 seconds to 30 seconds. This duration allows your muscles to relax and elongate. And as you're stretching, avoid bouncing your muscles because that can lead to injury. And then my favorite part is breathing. You breathe in as you relax the muscle, and then breathe out as you stretch the muscle. What is stretching the muscle? Sometimes you'll stretch the muscle too much and you'll feel a little bit of pain. That's when you're supposed to be breathing, and the breathing will help you with your pain tolerance. You can go a little bit further, but don't push yourself too hard in any stretch, because if you're doing a stretch to the point of mild tension, not pain, if you feel pain, stop pushing yourself too far. It's important to ease off to prevent injuries. And again, you're not bouncing the muscle, you're breathing out as you move the body to do the stretch, and then you ease off of it and you breathe in. And you want to focus on balancing both sides. So if you stretch your right leg, you want to stretch your left leg equally. And there's different types of stretching. It's better to just go to my website or watch my video on this to see different types of stretching. Like dynamic stretching is before exercise. Static stretching is after exercise. What is static stretching? Is normal stretches that you've seen at PE classes. Dynamic stretching is more like incorporating actual physical movements with the stretching, and you can always incorporate yoga or Pilates. There's some very good stretches there, and you always want to stretch regularly. The more you stretch, the better you get at it, and more ease of tension, and your muscles will become more flexible and also can reduce pain. I stretch almost every day. Now, moving on to the next lesson, which is how to do the breathing meditation. Step 1, find a quiet place, ideally not driving or doing anything that could potentially hurt yourself. Choose a comfortable posture. Optional, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open. Focus on your breathing. Choose a focal point if your eyes are open, or if your eyes are closed, focus on a mantra. And optional, you can do counting your breath. You want to find a comfortable spot that you could potentially fall asleep at. Be present in the moment, and you're observing your thoughts and letting them go. The goal of this meditation is you're in the moment and all you're doing is breathing without thought. Practice regularly can help with this. All these meditations help with clearing your brain, giving your brain a little bit of a reset. You can do a guided meditation with your breathing meditation, and you end mindfully, which is as you come out of your meditation state, you don't want to have like a heavy noise, heavy metal, or something that like startles you. You want ease out of it in a peaceful way. You can follow my meditation that I did with how to meditate is a breathing meditation as well. I feel like not to incorporate in this podcast, just keep the length of the podcast to a normal standard. And again, the breathing is just, you can focus on breathing in through nose, out through mouth. If that's uncomfortable, you can focus on breathing whatever way feels most comfortable to you. Definitely play with doing a timer, especially if your eyes are closed, because you can fall asleep very easily. Now, for how to do the walking meditation, choose a quiet place, a park, your neighborhood, but also choose a safe place away from cars or busyness of life. You want to set up a timer so you can enjoy the moment without worrying about the time that you have. And you're going to stand up tall, being relaxed, shoulders back, chest out, and just be in a comfortable spot. Set an intention for gratitude, love, and set attention to be in the moment and focus on your breathing. Begin walking. You don't want to go too fast or too slow. Just listen to your body. And with each step, you're being mindful and being in the present, listening to the birds chirp, the wind go by, and just your surroundings while focusing on your breath and staying in the moment. Some walking meditation techniques is a mantra walking, which is repeating a word or phrase with each step. Gratitude walking, which is you're expressing gratitude with each step, focusing on things you are most grateful for. Or love and kindness walk, which you're sending out positive intentions to yourself and others as you walk. Turn mindfully, so every movement you do, you are in the moment, you know what you're doing, and you're being at peace. And when you end your walk, end it with gratitude. Be grateful for this time that you have and that you send out gratitude to others. Follow my podcast. Thank you for listening to the Dorian Fitness Podcast.